Hi, it's another great day in Coto de Caza, Orange County, California. I'm up at our drought-tolerant garden once again. This is the month of January, and we have a new, very popular and pretty succulent right down here. And this guy here, this is Echeveria lilacina. You'd also say Echeveria, but I like to say Echeveria. Either way is okay. It's also known as a Ghost Echeveria, or a Mexican hens and chicks. And it comes to us from the rocky high elevations of the state of Nuevo Leon in northern Mexico. So this is a drought-tolerant succulent. It's a member of the Crassulaceae family. It grows a little slower than other Echeveria succulents, and it only gets about 6 inches tall. And our leaves here, they're a silvery gray color, but they may also turn a little more purplish or lilac colored, and that's how it gets its species name, lilacina. Now they're ovately shaped, or they're spoon-shaped, as you could tell. They're thinner at the base, and they're wider near the ends, and they always have these little tips on them, right here. And they're also very smooth and fleshy, as you could tell here. Now they're arranged in the symmetrical rosette, which gets about 5 inches to 25 inches in diameter. And the leaves have a soft powdery coating on them. And if you touch this plant and remove the coating, you'll leave a little scar or maybe a finger implant that will never go away. And the flowers, they appear sometime from late winter to early spring. They emerge on a long arching stem or a raceme about 6 inches high. They appear as little pale pink or coral colored upside down bells. And this is a very common ornamental plant. It looks great as a potted plant or in your rock garden or your tolerant garden like we have up here in Coto de Caza. And they grow mainly in spring and summer, and they lay dormant the rest of the year. And this plant looks a lot like Echeveria lola, which is a hybrid between this plant, lilacina, and Echeveria derenbergii. It also looks a lot like Echeveria lotus, which has the same color, but the leaves are a little more ovate and roundish shaped. So our lilacina here, it's pretty easy to grow. It's not very complicated, but here are a few tips. This succulent, it likes full sun or partial shade. If it doesn't get enough light, it will start to grow taller, and the rosette will stretch out, look a little more sparse around the stems, and the leaves will start to lose their color. If it gets super hot or direct sunshine in the summer, it might tend to fry the leaves. Then you get some type of sunburn that it can't recover from. And don't overwater it. Never let it sit in standing water, or it'll develop root rot or fungal disease. And if you give it too much water in the dormant season, then you're going to have a higher chance of the rotting problems on the old leaves, and then that'll spread to the newer leaves. So always remove the dead leaves like we have here, right? Remove the dead leaves, or the rotting or the sunburned leaves, because they are a haven for little pests and mealybugs. It likes well-drained, porous soils like cactus mixes to keep the excess moisture away from the roots. Look at all these, see these dead guys, right? You don't want them in this plant because they'll just start to rot away and affect the good leaves. Wow, this guy's really bad. Anyway, if you try to repot it, do it in the warm season to ensure more success, and use a pot or container that of course has holes in the bottom to ensure you have the right drainage. And then if you have it in a saucer, make sure you always drain the saucer so you don't have excess water laying around and affecting the roots. So to propagate this plant, even though it's called Mexican hens and chicks, so the chicks here, they're kind of reluctant to come out like as frequently as other Echeverias, but if you do, you're pretty lucky. And to separate it, you just cut the stem down at the base here, and you replant it directly in new soil. But most commonly, you can propagate it with the leaves. You can tear off the leaves if you want. I prefer cutting them because they don't tear very easily. They get a little messy down there. But once you cut off the leaves, you let them callus over for a few days up here, and then you just place them directly in flat on your soil or your potting mix. The roots will grow from the base of the leaf here after about a week or so, and then I like to leave them upright like this, sitting right in the soil, and then they'll pretty much root down and grow into a new plant. All right. So this is our Echeveria lilacina, or the Echeveria ghost plant, and it's a terrific little addition for your succulent collection. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please have a great day. Thanks. Bye.